Niall McGrath here for offtheball.com, alongside one of the men, and again, in the headlines in the world of mixed martial arts this week, Mr. Darren Till. He's in Dublin. Darren, well, first of all, what are you doing in Dublin, mate? How are you?
I'm alright, mate. I'm here for the Gymshark event. My sponsor, Gymshark, fucking doing big things, mate. Fucking fastest growing company, sports company in the world right now. So I'm over here for an event with that. So, you know, obviously I have to catch up with you, don't I, mate?
100%. Enjoying a few pints of Guinness as well?
Yeah, I'm going to have a pint of Guinness. You can't come to Dublin and not have a pint of Guinness. It's the best Guinness in the world, so yeah, I'll have a pint of Guinness, most definitely.
Definitely, Darren. Darren, obviously, you know, you're in the headlines again this week. You put out a tweet about Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington. You said Colby is not going to fight Tyron Woodley in September, which is, you know, that's been the rumoured sort of date that's been flown around. He's obviously the interim champion. Can you fill us in a little bit on the whole situation in the welterweight division?
I never said he wasn't going to fight. I heard Colby was out. That he apparently the dates don't match to what he wants, and you know, he was injured. That's what I heard. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, mate. I got offered the fight for Tyron.
Was that officially offered from the UFC?
Yeah, the UFC offered me that fight. Then, you know, I heard that Tyron had said no. You know, he'd said he doesn't want the fight. So I don't know whether to be honest, I know as much as yous. I don't really try to, like, you know, push the subject. I just want to know when my next fight is. So, as I said after my last interview, after my last fight, I didn't think I deserved a title shot. But if the shot gets offered because Colby's out, I'm not going to say no. But I just want to fight again. I'm ready. So if Tyron is not accepting and Colby's out, who's the left? Usman. You know what I mean? So it's a weird situation right now in the top 10. None of us know what's going on. I heard that Usman was booked to fight RDA. I don't know whether that's bullshit. Tyron was meant to come back and fight Colby, which I thought was the right move. Colby beat RDA, fair enough, and Tyron's the champion. Now this is what I just need to say, right? Is Tyron Woodley is the champion. No one has beat him. He is the legitimate champion. So this isn't down to me. This isn't down to Colby. This isn't down to anyone else. This is down to Tyron. He can say who he wants to fight. Just come out and say who you want to fight. Like, his tweet back was like, I thought Queefington or some shit like that was getting a shot. No, you don't think anything. You are the champion. You can decide, mate. Like, at the end of the day, we're all chasing the title, aren't we? We're all wanting to be the best. We're all wanting to... Tyron is the top guy. It's not a case of I'm the best or he's the best. I know I'm the best fighter in the world, but Tyron Woodley is the champion, so he can pick. He's got the key, not me, not fucking anyone else. It's Tyron Woodley is shall we say, right now the king of that division. Why is he the king? Because he's the fucking champion. He's won the belt fair and square. He's beat everyone fair and square. He just needs to come out and say he wants to fight. If he doesn't want to fight me, that's okay.
Do you generally think that he doesn't want to fight you?
Mate, I don't know what it is. Maybe he thinks I'm not worthy of him. Maybe he wants more money. Maybe he thinks I'm not a big enough draw in America to, you know, for that fight. Maybe he doesn't want to fight me. Maybe there's all these maybes. I don't know. Listen, I just want to fucking fight, mate. I don't care. I just want to fight. I couldn't care less who it's against or whatever. If it's against Woodley or if it's against a fucking back in the top 20, I just couldn't care less. I genuinely like fighting. I enjoy it. I enjoy everything that comes with it. So there's not much more to. I'm not like a, you know, whatever. Like, I can't tell the future. I don't know what's going on. You know, let's just hope in the next few weeks we all get matched and we all get our matches and we all get fights. Do I think the Colby Tyron fight is smart? Jeopardy? Maybe, yeah, maybe. But do I think it's the fight to make and happen? Yeah. Well, if Colby's not out and Colby can fight when the UFC, because Colby, he's won the interim, he can't just pick and choose now, like when he wants to fight. He's talked all that shit about Tyron. Now the UFC are making this fight. Like, I'm just a fan as much as anyone else. I want to see the fight myself. It's a fucking good fight. If he's not willing and ready, here comes your man. I'm number 2 in the rankings. So obviously the UFC are going to offer me. Not that I give a shit, but I am number 2. The UFC are going to come to me. They see me as a bright young, you know.
So they have come to you then?
Yeah, of course they have. Yeah, they've offered me the fight. So, you know, it's not on me, my part now, mate. It's not on my part. Do you know what I mean? It's not. There's no contract being put to me, but I've been offered the fight. So to me, that's. I'm not going to second think. I'm not going to go, oh, let me have a think about that and gone, I've got 10 weeks to fight the champion, or I'm not going to go, oh shit, there's this or that. You know, if I was injured or if it was a sickness, I'd be like, you know what, I'm sick, can we wait? Or, you know, if I was injured, I'd be like, oh yeah, like, but I'm okay, I'm here. So let's, if the ball's not in my court, I'm fucking here, mate. I'm okay. I can fight anyone.
It's going to be asked, obviously. You know, the weight cutting video, we saw the issues you had with that. Is that a concern going forward?
No, because it's mad how people work, innit? You make weight 50 times and you miss weight once, and then people say you can't make weight again. You know, it was a mistake on my part, yeah?
What was the mistake?
Just fucking me, mate. There's no, I'm not going to point it at you or him and say it was because of him, you know, because he offered me some chocolate. It was my fucking fault. It was just my mistake. I could say a million things. I'm not going to say a million things because it was my fault. I've said it time and time again. Do you know what? I seem to be the only one getting shit here for not making weight. Fucking, I'm not the only fucking fighter who's missed weight. Fucking go and give the other fighters shit. Get the fuck off my back. Fuck, but people, this is what it is, mate. You start rising, people want to find little things to put you down. Do you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, go, give me your shit. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck, mate. So, alright, I missed weight. I'm going to make weight again. Do you know what I mean? People say he needs to go to middleweight. You don't know nothing. You don't know about fighting. You don't know. Your opinion is worthless to me. Yeah, you're a fan. Everyone's entitled to opinion, but don't fucking tell me out. Don't dictate to me what I need and do not need to do. I know what I need to do.
It's obviously, you know, for me, and I think you've said it before, and you know, in the past, that it is the natural progression. You know, further down the line in your career, that you will go to 185. But here and now, as you said. Have the UFC maybe vented any concerns? You know, that you said they've offered the Woodley fight, so they're obviously very happy with what you're doing, getting to 170 on a regular basis.
Yous would have heard by now. The UFC would have said go to middleweight. They've done it with a few fighters. They want Yoel to go to light heavy. You know, Yoel's missed, I don't know, 3 or something times. Okay, then yeah, that's perfect. Makes perfect sense. He missed 3 times. Go to light heavy. I'm glad he's gone to light heavy because he's a fucking animal. When I go to middleweight, I'll fight that guy. He's a fucking beast. But yeah, I'm still at 170, so it is what it is, mate. But, you know, I think the welterweight division right now is the most crazy division out there. Don't know what's going on, don't know. It seems like everyone wants to appear to fight, but no one actually wants to really fight. The only 2 guys who want to fight is me and fucking Usman. We're the only 2 guys who don't give a fucking shit. The other guys, you know...
Is that an option for you, though, now, after what, you know, the UFC have offered you? You said they've offered you Woodley. Is it an option for you to look back down the line? Is it only about looking forward after, you know, the Wonder Boy win as well? In terms of ranking and positions in the division?
Fuck that shit. It's about this, mate. Okay, yeah. So the UFC have offered me that fight, yeah, because of my ranking or whatever. Think it's a good fight. So if I don't fight him, I have to go back.
Of course.
Who do I go for? Okay, number 1's Colby or RDA, I don't know. We're all in that little mix together now, so we can all fight each other. There's no problem. Even I know Stephen wants the rematch. He can get the rematch in his hometown. I say it here now. I don't.
How do you look back on that fight now that there's been a little bit of time? Because it was very close for me. You know, it could have gone either way, and I don't, argue with anyone that scored it for Stephen or for you.
I don't myself, mate. It was that close of a fight. It was that. Technically, none of us wanted to lose a jab on each other or whatever, and it was one of them fights where you go, fucking hell, like, it could have went either way for the guy who really gets into and sees how we fought each other. I showed my maturity in that fight. So many people before the fight ripped me off and said, no, it's going to be too much. So what happens is when you come out of a fight like that, people get shocked because they're like, didn't expect him to do that, so we lost the fight. It doesn't work like that. Before the fight, everyone wrote me off, I remember like Stephen and Usman talking after the New York, and like Stephen was like, Usman said something like, they're throwing this kid in with you, and Stephen's like, I know, right? Like, as if he was just going to go in and steamroll me. When have you ever seen Steve? You know, I got all respect to Stephen. I think some people ask me sometimes, is he genuinely the nice guy that he comes across? Yeah, he is, mate. He's a fucking.
I know Stephen. Yeah,
he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the fight now. Forget Stephen as a person. He's a guy who got my full respect. As a fight now, when have you ever seen Stephen Thompson go for a takedown in the fight? I've never once seen him. He went for a takedown on me in the 5th round.
Yeah.
I didn't go for a takedown. He did. Did he think he was down on points or up after the knockdown? So it's sort of.
Is a fight like that, you know, is it maybe, you know, unbelievably beneficial for you going forward in terms of, you know, it was a tactical fight. It was a different kind of fight than you've sort of ever been in before, in my opinion.
Yeah, because
you learn a lot from that.
Everyone thinks Gorilla, you know, just throws crazy bombs, this, that, the other. But no, I said, I'm going to knock Stephen out. I went in there, 5 rounds, hung with, in my opinion, the best striker in the UFC. Well, not anymore, mate. But, you know, both of us, I knew I was the best striker in the UFC, and I know I am. You know, you can hate on me, whatever, but I hung in there with him. You know, and so many people, they did write me off. They can't say, no one wrote you off. Yeah. Everyone wrote me off. Everyone said he's a kid. Stephen's too technical moves, too good. Well, guess what? I do all them things as well, and we nullified each other. You know, I'd move in, he'd move away. He'd move in, I'd try to get out the way. He landed some shots, I'd land some shots. You know, the only highlight from that fight for me is my knockdown. There's no other highlight. There's a few kicks here and there, and that was that. You know, and it was just one of them fights. You know, if you really, you know, watch it, you can appreciate how technical it was.
Oh, 100%.
But if you're a guy who just wants to see 2 guys swing, and you know, maybe no, but I'm just happy that I was able to go in there and prove me worth amongst the best. You know, I felt like a lot of people didn't think I was worthy. You know what I mean? Like,
you proved that you're getting the kudos from the UFC anyway. Just a couple more, Darren. I do appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Turnaround time. You know, you said you want this fight. When are we going to see you back in there? Because the guys, obviously, you said you're ready to go again. The UFC obviously wants you to get back in there again. It's obviously in the next few months we're going to see you back in there.
Yeah, listen, mate, September's a great time. It's 10 weeks from now. You know, even middle of September, the end, maybe the October. That's great for me. I just had me fight, and I had a few weeks of, like, you know, travelling around, you know, getting interviews in, doing all my requirements. So I wasn't in the gym, but now I'm back in the gym. I'm training my bollocks off again. You know, so I'm ready, mate. So that was a great. They said, September, we want to get you in. That's great for me. So I'm ready now for the next 10 weeks to put my life back on the line and train the hardest and go in there and fight anyone, mate. I don't care.
To yourself and your coach Colin, how do you break down your next opponent? Is there much discussion, or is it just like you're so confident that you take anyone?
That's all with Colin. That mate. Colin subtly does all that shit here. The man doesn't stop. The man. I guarantee right now he's watching videos of Woodley and Colby and Usman and breaking them down. That's all. That's his part. That's where Colin comes in. I go in the gym just thinking I'm a bad motherfucker. You know, I know I'm the best. I think you know, all that shit. But I want to work as well. Like right now I'm working on all what I think I need to work on, and also I'm working on my strengths. It's not just about, people say you need to work on your weaknesses. Yeah, you do, but you need to work on your strengths to make them stronger. Why am I going to work on a weakness because I think that guy's better than me? Why don't I work on my strength to make him more worthy of my strength? Get that stronger. That's my mentality on all of it. So right now, mate, I'm working what I feel like I need to work on. I'm working on stuff that I know I'm good at, and I'm making that better. It's all about evolving as an athlete and as a fighter. I'm a fighter. I fucking like fighting. So right now I'm 25, mate. I've got 10 years left.
It's mad to think you're 25.
I'm 25, mate. You know, I've got a lot of time left. Losses are going to come. Adversity, bad or good's going to come. All that shit's going to come, and I'll just do that. Big open arms and say, come at me. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me. Try and... outside the cage, outside the octagon and inside, shit is going to happen. You know, for example, look at Conor. Inside, sick. Outside, shit happens. It's just on that particular guy, how he deals with it all. You know what I mean? Like, I know I can deal with it all. I know I can deal with everything. I know that. So I'm very confident that I'm going to be one of the greats. I've
always said that you're a guy that I think people gravitate towards because they know what you say generally happens and comes through. It's been pretty fascinating to watch your career unfold in front of our eyes. It obviously has to be the United States, your next fight.
Yeah. I said Anfield, and I fucking would love that, but you know, and I understand what the UFC, you know,
sell you in the US.
Sell me in the UFC. You know, I was in Vegas, and here's me thinking not a guy would notice me, mate. I couldn't fucking walk from one side of the hotel to the other. Everyone, and I was gobsmacked. I was like, how do these people know me? I've never fought. It's so big over there. So I think to myself, the next fight there, you know, on a pay-per-view, on an undercard to someone, or whatever, like a fight night out there, I don't really give a fuck. Get me
Darren Till, Woodley, Conor McGregor, Khabib. Sounds good.
That's sick. I mean, that for me is the fight of the whole MMA game, you know, Conor Khabib.
Will it happen?
I'm very confident now, yeah. I've seen Conor back in the gym, Khabib wants it. And before I actually predicted that fucking Khabib would, like, I thought Khabib would edge it on 5 rounds. Now I'm sort of going towards Conor.
I think we learnt a lot in Brooklyn. The ally came to
We
fight.
did, yeah. Listen, mate, Khabib's an animal. He's a fucking sick dude. But so's Conor, mate. People write him off because they think Khabib's going to, like, ragdoll him. Not going to ragdoll him. And he's got to be careful to try and ragdoll him because you come in that distance, mate. I know how it works.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got to be careful, so that's a fucking great fight. So maybe the undercard of that, let's see.
Well, Darren, listen, I do appreciate the time, you know, taking 10-15 minutes out from here today. Listen, enjoy your evening ahead in Dublin, and don't drink too many Guinness.
Just 2 Guinness and then maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 10. Thanks, mate.
My man.